What up, Beast Link?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Pretty good. Sorry, I was a little bit late here this morning.
Oh, you're fine.
Um, yeah, my bad. Had a coaching call this morning. Went a little bit over. What you got? What kind of jersey is that?
Angry at 49ers.
Nice. I'm not sure what.
It just came on, Matt.
Okay. Yeah, Richard just texted me too. I was like, I'm on here, guy.
Yeah, Laura Hooper just texted me as well.
Okay. Just let them know that you're on, I guess. How do you guys feel about me putting this on the Facebook page?
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
I mean, they just can't interact with us, but maybe it'll entice them to interact.
Yep. They'll know that it's going on at least.
Hey, I was going to ask. So they were talking this morning about team leads and offices having goals and stuff. Do we have those on James' team or James' meeting this morning?
Yeah, so that's the unfortunate part is I missed his meeting because I had my coaching call this morning. So do we have goals as a market center? Is that what you're asking?
Mm-hmm. Like the number of listings, and are those posted somewhere that?
They probably are not posted, but we have them.
Okay.
I clicked on the wrong link.
Yeah, we can get those, Brian, and find them.
Yeah, just so we know kind of, I mean, obviously to make a goal, we got to know the goal.
Yep. So I'm going to share this on our Facebook page to let people know that we are actually doing this.
Have I missed anything?
Nope, we're just getting going. I was just telling them that I actually had to miss the James Shaw this morning because I had my coaching call this morning. So what'd you guys think of it? What was it about?
Mindset, lead generation, and cut expenses.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing that you need to post on our Facebook group is at 1 p.m. Eastern that James Shaw is going to do his normal family reunion class on the book shift. Maybe not family reunion class, but like his CES class. But he's gonna break the shift book down in 1 hour. I don't know how he's possibly going to do that.
It's the class he does teach at Family Reunion. It's a breakout, so it's an hour.
It is one of the breakouts.
Shift. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I thought he said that, but I wasn't sure. I just don't know how you can go through the book shift in an hour. That's going to be interesting to watch. Page 29, something that he's talked about before: changes in easy and significant changes downright difficult.
Yep.
One thing that he's been saying, I think he mentioned it yesterday. I'm not sure if he mentioned it before yesterday, but he's been watching all the KWU live streams. And so I actually woke up early this morning and I watched 3 of them this morning. Monica Reynolds has a live stream from this morning on a listing script with Pat Mancuso, who was our bold coach 2 years ago. And then yesterday they did a buyer script, which I thought was really good as well. It might have even been better than the listing script. And then I also watched the Gene Rivers video, who I absolutely love. I'm not sure if you guys have ever watched Gene Rivers or been to one of his classes. They're normally classes you have to pay for, and they are worth every single penny. That guy is my role model. Like he is, he's amazing. So I would definitely recommend watching those 3 videos when you have time today.
Why don't you, Richard, why don't you post links to those on our Facebook page?
I do not know how to post or share the KWU links.
If you just go to the page, Richard, wherever that video is, just copy and paste the browser link.
Okay. All right, we'll do.
It'll be a KW Connect link.
All right, we'll do. What would be like? Would it be in culture with the Zoom because you can share the video? Would it be in culture to get an agent that you're recruiting to KW and do a Zoom and have them watch it from your Zoom? Would that be okay?
Yeah, no, we'd love that.
Okay. Because they can't watch it because you can't watch it unless if you're a KW agent.
Yeah, they've said that that's okay. Like they can't open up KW Connect to everybody. Like they can't just give everyone passwords to KW Connect. But they've said like if you have a Zoom meeting and you have somebody that you're talking to and you want to just share your screen and let them watch it via your Zoom, then they definitely want you to do that. And we definitely want you to do that. We want to, they're basically like we want everybody. Same concept with James Shaw's thing on Facebook is everybody has access. Like we want everybody to be on it if we can. We just don't know, like they just don't have a way to allow everybody to get into KW Connect. They can allow everybody to join a Facebook group, but they can't really allow everybody to join a KW Connect. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, really and truly, you could Zoom and share it to your Facebook page, and then anybody that you can share it to a group on Facebook. So anybody that
how do you share a Zoom call to the Facebook page?
I'm doing it right now on our KW Palmetto one. I'm not positive now that you mentioned that. I'm not positive that we are able to. That a free account is able to share to Facebook. I think you might have to have a paid account.
Okay. How much is the paid account? Like, because I just have the free account. How much is
$15 a month.
$15 a month? Okay. And what does that allow you to have?
It allows you to have up to 100 people on your Zoom account.
What is the free?
You can have up to 100 people for up to 40 minutes. So you can do one-on-ones for as long as you want. So like before when I had an account that was free and I had done some recruiting appointments on it, and I did a 4-hour recruiting appointment on it one time. And it's just one-on-one. You can do it as long as you want. If it's more than 2 people, you only have up to 40 minutes, and then so that's it. But like this one, now that I have that it's that we are on the paid account, I can record and store it either on the cloud or on my computer. I can do polls. I can do breakout rooms. So if we had one of like 100 people and we wanted to all break out into groups of 4, I could break everybody out into 4-person Zooms and then bring everybody back in together at the end.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool features on it. It's a pretty powerful software. It's why their stock's skyrocketing. I think this whole thing is going to change the way business in general is done in the future. Because there's a lot of awesome things that are happening from people working from home and leveraging technology. So what else did you guys get out of the thing this morning?
I like the one thing the agent did where she videoed. I guess if she couldn't get a hold of them, and she just said, "Hey, this is so and so, just checking in on you, blah 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 blah." And then I think she said she's sending them at night. Well, I guess after people are off work who are still working.
Right.
So I thought, that's one way besides call, text, email.
Doing bombs is what she was talking about.
Yep, that's cool. Do you have BombBomb, Brian?
I do not. I know I've had it sent to me from a couple lenders, but
yeah,
I have not invested in it.
So you said, Brian, earlier that you were hearing from lenders that a couple of lenders haven't been able to fund.
Yeah. So the 2 that were mentioned specifically were Palmetto. one that was brought to me. Turns out Palmetto Mortgage has been cut off with loans in process. Their loans closing today would not fund, and Lending Path was for any new loans, could possibly not fund.
Lauren Foster posted something about that in a lab coats group this morning.
Yep. Their loans closing today would not fund. And that's who I got it from. For any new loans, could possibly not fund. Correct. So I reached out
because someone's watching on Facebook Live. So Lauren Foster said that a direct lender can fund a loan, a corresponding lender cannot.
I'm sorry, Andrew. Say that one more time.
She said a direct lender can fund a loan, but a corresponding lender, their rules have changed.
Yep.
So Guild is still funding all of their loans as, deemed originally.
Yeah.
Yep. So I reached out to all my buyers who are with, well, not my buyers, anyone who my buyers have a loan with. I'm reaching out to their, I have one that's with Empire Mortgage. So I'll be reaching out to them today to find out what their process is and what stats may have changed, and then switching them to the right one to make sure that we can still close on time. And then all the ones that are my listings, I've reached out to those agents and had them reach out to their lenders and make sure that their rules have not changed as well, so that we can still make sure everything's still in process, and get them switched over to the right lender if for whatever reason they can't loan or fund.
Gotcha.
And Movement Mortgage is also, I have one who's closing next week. She had to re-verify her employment.
Yeah.
They now have to do it the day of closing, along with 10 or 5 days prior.
Yeah, they got to do a re-verification on I think it's within 2 days of closing now, I think.
And it's just a phone call verification, just
Right.
a verbal.
Yep. So would it be helpful if we had a Zoom call with a lender on to explain how that's working?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
That would be super beneficial, especially since everything's changing. Like, I know FHA loans, the call I got yesterday I'm sorry, Andrew, what did you call the other lenders? So Lauren Guild is a
Direct lender.
and then the other lenders, their FHA rules have now changed that their pre-qual has to be 660 or higher to even get an FHA loan, or they just won't do it.
That may be an overlay. That may be an overlay with the lender you're talking to.
It was multiple. Once I reached out, it was
Yeah.
more than just one.
There were several posts about that same thing, Brian, on Facebook this morning, like tons of people with varying lenders.
Yep.
The FHAs aren't funding because they changed the credit score minimum to 660.
Yep, or higher.
Or higher.
I also heard 680 was another number that was thrown out there. So,
FHA has, individual lenders have overlays. Like FHA has their base requirements, and then individual lenders, some lenders have a little bit stepped up requirements from whatever the base things are. It's called an overlay. So if the FHA truly changed to 660 minimum, then some lenders might be saying, well, that's fine, but we're going to do 680 as our overlay. Like, we're not going to go lower than 680.
and it wasn't the so Lauren said that they can still do FHA and VAs at 580 because FHA hasn't changed, but
Right.
something about the
It's individual lenders overlays. I'm almost positive.
yeah, because he said that there's other people that'll still do it, but there's a higher risk factor that if it defaults, then they have to pay it.
Yeah, that's a function of a shift. I mean, that's what happened the last shift, and lenders all their strings went zoop and tightened up. So even though they were allowed to make loans at a certain number, at the last shift they did, and then they wound up getting burned on a bunch of them because people lost their jobs and couldn't pay, and everything happening in the shifting market. And so I'm not surprised now that they're tightening those strings and making their overlays tighter, because they're like, hey, we learned our lesson last time. Let's not let that happen again. So I hadn't heard about that, but that is making sense in my head.
So yeah, if we could get a lender, obviously Lauren's in the ear of a lot of people,
Yeah, Helen just posted a thing. I think it probably is a thing straight from Guild that just said correspondent lenders are being notified they have an FHA minimum score of 660. They can't manually underwrite a loan. However, that's not an official FHA change because they're a correspondent lender. And
What's
that's what they're
up, Renee?
requiring. As it stands today, Guild can go down to 580 on VA and FHA. Guild's a direct lender, so we continue to fund and source our lenders as is.
Yep.
So, yep. So we just got to find those lenders who can. I'm pretty sure Keller Mortgage is a direct lender. I can find that out, but I'll try to set up a Zoom call for this afternoon with the lender on there to kind of explain the change and explain the difference.
Yeah.
We'll put it out to everybody.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. So you all heard that we've got a shelter in place starting Sunday?
Is it just Columbia or?
Yeah, it's just Columbia. But it's usually when the big people go, then the rest of the smaller outlying areas will follow. But they did list real estate as an essential service, so we're able to continue doing our business.
Did y'all see that I posted about making sure you have your pocket license? And you've got a spouse like mine carry credentials for medical.
Yep.
Yeah, my husband has a letter from his work that states he is an essential employee. He has to carry with him.
Yep. That's a good point.
Hey, I signed up for Bold Pivot.
Okay, sweet. Sweet. I mean, you're not going to get a better opportunity than doing it for $99. That's for sure.
Yep.
Have it be tailored for the environment that we're in.
I think I need to go to the office. The card that I have in my planner expired in 2017.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking to Jamie about. I don't think I have mine on me.
Mine's in my office. Mine's in my desk at the office.
I was going to say, we don't have it.
Y'all need to remember, I mean, the law requires us that if anybody asks us to present that card, you've got to present it or you're in big trouble.
Yep.
So just remember that.
I have my old one on me. When I switched over, I don't think I put the new one in there.
So has anybody, Matt, what's the latest update? Because I mean, mine and Eric, our license is up for renewal this year. I'm starting to get concerned about, that. And I haven't heard anything from the state saying that they're going to extend renewals.
Yeah, I haven't heard that they're going to extend either. I think that's one of the things that's lagging behind. I mean, I think they're trying to figure out how to get new licenses done. I did get an email from them yesterday, but it didn't say anything about CE in there. But I think I'm anticipating that they'll have online classes, and they'll be.
I'm sorry, Jamie just was looking at that. I don't know if she signed up or not, but she was researching that as well because she's on that rotation also. So she knew we assumed that we're probably not going to get it pushed back just because.
Yeah, I mean, I think that people like Gary Pickering and people like that will start having some trainings that I would think would be allowed, like Zoom trainings. I mean, if they're not going to extend it, I would think they would have to facilitate.
Well, there are some, that you can. I think the electives you can do online. It's just
the ethics,
like ethics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The one that she looked up had both online. It did also have the ethics on there.
Maybe they've loosened that up and we don't know about it yet. Because I think before they would have them online, but LLR wouldn't count ethics if it was online. Like you could take it online, but they wouldn't count it for continuing education. But I might be wrong about that.
I think they did because Anna, I think Anna took all of her continuing ed online.
You have to pay for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you have to pay for most of it anyway. But
That is the rule. You can't, if it's free, it doesn't count as CE. That's one of the things. Because we offered, I forget what we offered as CE, and we had to charge like a little bit. We were going to just do it for the agents for free, but it wouldn't have counted as CE. So, it was that .loop class.
It was our .loop class.
Yeah, we had to charge a little bit, otherwise they couldn't count it as CE. Yep. Cool.
Like your haircut, Richard.
Yeah, I got some hair growing up here. Got the horseshoe going.
Forget what song that is. Smooth, fresh, clean, just like $1,000,000. All right, cool. Anything else anybody has from this morning?
Probably a really good thing that I think it was Gene Rivers was saying. Something you're doing, you need to increase. Something you're doing, you need to stop doing it, and something you're not doing, you should be doing. And that's what his top 3 things on his video that he did on the 24th on Tuesday. If you haven't watched, I'm going to go back to that. If you haven't watched Gene Rivers' video yet from the 24th on KW Connect, you definitely need to watch that.
Cool.
You're going to get those out to us.
Yep.
On Facebook.
As soon as we get done with this, I'll share them.
Yeah, if you go to the Connect page, I mean, KWR has been having videos every 20 minutes, like all day. And a lot of them are pretty awesome. And you can go to the pivot page on KW Connect. And right now, if you go to KW Connect, it just opens to that pivot page, and it'll go through a lot of stuff with you. One of the calls that we had a couple of days ago talked about Keller Covered, and they're like lumping Keller Covered together with Keller Mortgage a little bit now. They've got a page where you can actually have your own landing page you can send out to clients, and they can request quotes through Keller Covered, and they can sign up for Keller Mortgage through that link. And everybody's got their own landing page for it right now. You just have to figure out what that page is, and they've got a tool on that page. You just type in your name, and it tells you it finds who you are in the KW system, and it just tells you what your landing page is. So that's a pretty powerful thing. Right now Keller Covered does not bundle, but that's coming. They said probably by May they'll be able to bundle, and I think that's a huge thing because that's a savings. It's not quite as good a savings as Keller Mortgage, but it's a savings, and we can pass on to our clients, and just an advantage for working with us. And they can go straight to Allstate and get a certain thing, or they can go to Allstate through Keller Covered and get a discounted rate. So. Cool. All righty. Well, I'll work on getting a lender onto a call this afternoon. I'll send it out to everybody when I've got it sorted out.
All right, and remember 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Shift group, and also on KWU. James Shaw is doing the Shift call, or his Shift class.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Go out there and kill it today.
Y'all
All right.
too.
Thank you.
Yep.